Jessica, I love your little half up look. So cute.
Thanks. Yeah, I was like doing chores around the house and I was like, I need to get my hair out of my face. So
And I love your hair. You just have like a mane, like it's so beautiful.
it's my mom's. Like my mom
Oh,
has the same exact hair.
I love it.
She has it real long too. It's real pretty.
Good to see you.
I know. I'm in my new space I just gave a Reiki session.
Yay.
And Lindsay is joining us from Colombia, which is super fun. She has been a yoga student and Reiki client in the past, and she's traveling the world, but still could make it. So hi, Lindsay.
Excellent.
All right. So go ahead and grab a journal and a pen if you don't already have that. And we are going to start with closing down the eyes and enjoying some breaths together just to come into our space. So get comfortable. If you want, you can mute yourself or turn off your video. It's totally up to you. Closing down the eyes, relaxing the breath. Let's bring the left hand to the heart and the right to the belly. And as you continue to enjoy some big grounding breaths, allow yourself to accept right where you are without any judgment, just noticing how you are arriving to our webinar today. Maybe the energy of your morning so far, whatever you still have left to do today. Allow yourself to welcome yourself here. Thank yourself for taking this time away for your self-care. Plant your feet into the earth. And then take note of your sits bones connecting you down to the ground or your chair. So if you might be able to lengthen a little bit more on your inhale, pull the crown of your head towards the sky, lengthening through the spine. Three more breaths right where you are. Imagine each inhale being pulled up through the feet, all the way up the torso, into the heart and throat, and all the way up to the crown. And as you exhale, following that energy back down the body, feeling yourself like this divine channel. And then just a short quote to share with you all to keep in mind throughout our webinar today. Don't ask what the world needs. Ask what makes you come alive and go do it. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive. Take at least 3 more breaths here. Feel your heart beating under your hand. Consider what makes you come alive. Take 1 more breath right where you are, and then as you feel ready, go ahead and flutter open the eyes. Relax the hands and just come back to our space together. So I wanted to start by just doing a quick introduction for anyone who's available to just pop on and share. I figured we could share our name and our intention with why you each showed up to the webinar. If there's something that you would love to get out of it or something that you're hoping for. So I will start. Just for anyone who might not know me, I'm McKenzie Raymond. I am a certified life coach through Clear Inner Focus, and the Reveal Your Passion webinar really came from a specific tool, and I feel inspired to share it because I recently was struggling with feeling passionate. And what I noticed is that in kind of this place of just feeling defeated and unsure and questioning, my own worth and what I'm doing, it really allowed me to get clear on what I am passionate about. And now I feel like I've just kind of like reignited my fire. And so that's where the inspiration came to share. I also have an intention of hosting more events like this. There's so much that I do know and that I do practice, and I feel passionate about sharing it with others, about helping other people. My intention really is to just spread some of these tools and techniques so that maybe it might help you when you're feeling discouraged or defeated. So that's where I'll leave it. Whoever wants to hop on and just unmute yourself, and I would love to hear.
I'll jump in. I'm Susie Raymond, McKenzie's proud mama. My intention is to support you, and also every time I do these tools, something new comes up. And so it feels, what really surprised me was just the grounding meditation brought up emotion, and I have no idea why. I have nothing that it's going to, other than I think I've kind of been going at a pace and my body craves this and the quiet. And so I'm delighted that I have taken out this time and just delighted to receive, to be in the receiving. So my intention would be support and receive.
Thank you.
I'm Jessica Armstrong, and I have recently become a life coach and did the same training that McKenzie has with Susie. For me, with passion lately, it is it's overwhelming at times, and then due to that, it gives me this pause and this part of me like doesn't know what direction to go sometimes. And I've been getting little clear focuses recently. And so I'm really looking for some more tools around harnessing the passion and making sure it's guiding me to where I need to just, to start and take this one step at a time kind of thing. So I'm excited to be here, and my intention is to, I think that just to harness the passion.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Lindsay, I'm going to assume that you're unavailable to chat. Feel free to pop on. Hi, if you want.
I'm available. I just don't want to show myself right now. I hope you don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, hey everyone. I'm Lindsay. I'm in Colombia right now. I think McKenzie mentioned that. So yeah, I've been traveling for a couple months, and I will be transitioning back into not being a traveler soon, and just feeling a little lost in that new identity of being someone who has a more stable routine. And I'm just not sure what direction I want to go and what I'm gonna do next after fulfilling this current dream of traveling and learning Spanish and getting my yoga certification. So I'm just kind of looking for direction or inspiration or something like that.
Awesome. Thank you for hopping on. All right. So I'm just going to put it out there that whatever we do in this webinar, you can't do it wrong. So you get to do it your way. Everything that I'm kind of suggesting is just that, a suggestion. So feel free to do it your way, whatever that looks like for you. I have a story to read to everyone. So you can keep your eyes open, you can close your eyes, you can kind of let it be a guided meditation, whatever you'd like. It's just going to be a few minutes long, the story is, and then we will be going into a little bit of a visualization. So if you want to be kind of guided into that, it would be a good time to close down the eyes and just come back to that place that we already were earlier in the webinar. All right, get comfortable. Come back to the breath and your heartbeat. The story is called They're Playing Your Song. When a woman in a certain African tribe knows that she is pregnant, she goes out into the wilderness with a few friends, and together they pray and meditate until they hear the song of the child. They recognize that every soul has its own vibration that expresses its unique flavor and purpose. When the women attune to the song, they sing it loud. Then they return to the tribe and teach it to everyone else. When the child is born, the community gathers and sings the child's song to him or her. Later, when the child enters education, the village gathers and chants the child's song. When the child passes through the initiation to adulthood, the people again come together and sing. At the time of marriage, the person hears his or her song. Finally, when the soul is about to pass from this world, the family and friends gather at the person's bed, just as they did at their birth, and they sing the person into their next life. In the African tribe, there is one other occasion upon which the villagers sing to the child. If at any time during his or her life the person commits a crime or a social act, the individual is called to the center of the village, and the people in the community form a circle around them. Then they sing their song to them. The tribe recognizes that the correction for antisocial behavior is not punishment. It is love and the remembrance of identity. When you recognize your own song, you have no desire or need to do anything that may hurt another. Just take 3 more breaths into this story. I believe that love is stronger than fear. And so I love imagining that someone has acted in a way that maybe has hurt another person. And instead of punishment, I love imagining this entire village of people creating a circle around that person and singing them back to themselves, to their own love and their unique gifts. So I almost want this webinar to be like that, where you get to hear your own song loud and clear. Before we write our own song, I'll invite you to imagine someone that you admire. This could be someone in your life. It could be someone that you barely know or a celebrity. What traits does this person possess that you define as admirable? Imagine every single thing about this person that you admire. In a moment, I'll give some space for journaling, but before we do that, I'm inviting you to take at least 3 more breaths. And then as you feel ready, gently flutter open the eyes and take down a couple notes. Who is that person that you thought of? What are those traits that this person possesses? About 30 more seconds, just taking down any notes that are coming to you. Just finishing up any of those last thoughts that you may have. And then I'm going to open it back up for discussion. Whoever wants to unmute themselves, we can just do it kind of popcorn style. If you want to share just who you wrote about and then what it is that you admire about this person. Whoever wants to start, hop in.
I can go. I know that you all have heard this from me before, but I still love my go-to Jennifer Lopez, and the reason is because she kind of represents all of the aspects that I look in for all the beautiful people in my life, but being able to see it and follow it for most of my adulthood, she's been very inspiring to me for really showing that she knows who she is and she doesn't apologize for it. She allows herself to be vulnerable and strong, and she doesn't, or she also knows the importance of self-care, and that regardless of how, busy or successful we are, like the only way to get there is to continue, regularly doing self-care, and also being a part of helping people. So not just giving, but actually, being present with it. Part of it. That's where I envision myself one day. So.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing. So what I heard in that was she's this kind of fierce, powerful woman who is able to be both vulnerable and strong all at the same time. That she does a really good job of taking care of herself. And she has a strong sense of who she is, right? When in this curriculum, I love one of the things that it says is that passion is really about who you are being and the things that you are doing. So what I hear is that, you know, she is able to be who she is because she has this strong sense. She knows. And so it's almost impossible for her not to show up in that way.
Right.
Awesome. Anyone else care to share about who they wrote about?
I'll share, even though it's mildly embarrassing, but I can't do it wrong. So when you read about the African proverb, it just, like, for the first time ever, I thought, you know, what is my song? What would my tribe sing about me? And so I chose myself to admire. And I think the reason is, clearly just coming into this space and having time to reflect and be and not do, because like that just had a big impact on me as I sat down, is the importance. And so I just kind of went with it, that it's time to kind of reflect back to myself and sing that song, whatever the song is. One thing that I had to giggle at the quality, or the first thing I wrote down, because I really do feel like I've been on this journey to be more than doing for a number of years, but the first thing I wrote was hardworking. and I'm just like, okay, we got that one. All right. So that's like, yeah, the authenticity, a lot of the things that you mentioned, Jessica, resonated with me. Authentic. The essence is playful. And so it's always that balance of, work and, checking everything off, but really tapping into my essence and the play. So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for your vulnerability and sharing your authenticity. And, like the first thing that I really heard you say was the power of being, not doing.
Yeah. And
just in your own way. And I love your own awareness of then how you wrote hardworking as the first thing. And it's like, okay, we get it, but there's obviously still something there that feels really important. Right. So I love that, that awareness. And something else that I wrote down in that same sense of the power of being and not doing is the value that you hold in simply being, right? The value that you are just as you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you.
You're welcome.
Lindsay or Joey? Hello, Joey. Anyone? We did our admire exercise. Does anyone else care to share who they wrote about or any of the traits? All right.
If I had been able to write, I totally would be sharing right now. As I've listened to Jessica and Susie speak, I can't help but think about my boss and how much I admire my boss and how he is able to just like wear so many hats all at the same time and wear them so well, like just with such confidence and grace. Like it's just absolutely amazing to me to be able to like witness that. And also like, I mean, in addition to that, like he's a dad and he's a husband, and like even outside of what he brings to work, like he's so present in everything that he does. And I super admire that. And also I like, can I acknowledge Susie for that incredible share? Like that was just amazing. Like the whole time I was smiling. That was just great.
Thank you, Joey.
Yeah, and Joey, I loved you said, your boss for being able to wear so many different hats with confidence and grace. And something that I know about you is that you're a yes man, right? Like you're a yes man. You say yes. You want to be able to do it. You want to be able to help. You want to wear the different hats. You want to, be a partner and a boss and a manager and a friend. And there are all of these different hats, but really what I'm hearing that your boss does an amazing job at that you admire is the presence in whatever role that they are playing or choosing. So beautiful, thank you. And then Joey, since you don't have a pen and a journal, just when you do come back and write some notes, I'll cue that in a little bit, but it is going to be really powerful, so it'll be fun. All right, Lindsay, anything to share? Otherwise, I can move on.
Yeah, I thought of my good friend Taylor, and something I really admire about her is her independence and her desire to just learn everything. Like some concrete examples of that is just like she owns many businesses and is a homeowner, and it's not just the accolades of that, but just like that she knows how to run a business and knows how to work well with so many different types of people and knows like how to, I don't know, like pour concrete and just all these like homeowner things that I don't know, but just in general, she really puts herself out there to learn new things so that she can be super independent, and that's something I want to strive to be more like. Sometimes it's kind of scary and to either ask for help or to like put yourself out there to learn those skills to be independent, but I really admire her for that.
Beautiful, thank you. Yeah, what I heard in that is independence, and also I think like openness was something that I heard, right? Like an openness to try, an openness to with that maybe fail. I don't know, maybe she, had to look up how to pour that concrete, like these things where she's open to maybe just doing it her way. And I also heard like a importance around the idea of knowledge, just learning as she goes. And so thank you so much for sharing. All right, so with this concept comes the idea that if you can spot it in someone else, you also have it. So if you spot it, you've got it. And so everything that you have described about the person that you admire most is also within you. And so I wanted to give us another moment to do some kind of journaling and time with yourself. I want you to look back at what you've already written, what you already know about this person. And I want you to consider how you already show up in these ways and how you get to do it your way. Something that I've been just kind of playing with in my own life is the way that, or the idea, I guess I should say, that there is no right or wrong way, right? There's my way, there's Jessica's way, there's Susie's way, there's Joey's way, there's Lindsay's way, there's J-Lo's way, there's Taylor's way, there's Susie's higher self way. So just remembering that our own way is going to attract whatever energy that we are kind of claiming for ourselves. So, couple notes, I'll give you a few minutes to consider how are you already doing this in your own way. Just finishing up anything that you're still writing. Just gonna read something to you all. A reminder that I am learning to be this more my way. Consider why you can believe this about yourself. You can get as specific as you would like. The universe loves when you're specific. So as you write down, consider how you can grow in these traits and where you would like to intentionally express yourself in this way. And I want you to really think about your real everyday life. Think about what the rest of your day looks like. Today's Wednesday, maybe whatever you have to do this weekend. Consider these traits in those situations. All right, and then the last little piece of this is we are each going to write our own song, which is basically going to be a mantra that you can use in the next day or the next week or the next month. I personally love to write my mantras and put them somewhere where I'm going to see them. Maybe it's a sticky note on my mirror or a little piece of paper that I just tape right on my computer. And I want you to consider, you're going to write down the start of your song will be I am. So I am, and then your name. The second line will be I am. And then pick 1 to 3 traits about this person that you've already written about that you admire that are really sticking out to you. Maybe there's one thing that you are really, really feeling passionate and strongly about right now. One word or intention. Maybe there's a couple. All right. From here, look at that second line, whatever trait or traits that you picked, you're going to create a longer sentence. So, for example, one of my traits that I picked is trusting. And so I'm going to write basically a sentence around how I can be more trusting my way. So go ahead and write that down, and you can start however you would like. You can start with I am again, or you can start at however it feels best for you. Just going to share what I came up with for my trust word. I am learning to trust my path by taking time to listen to my intuition. That's how I'm doing it my way. If you've picked more than one trait, go ahead and create this sentence for the 2 or 3 other traits that you have. Take about another minute, just finishing up any of those traits. Writing down how you get to do that more your way. All right, just finishing up any last thoughts. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to read back your song to yourself, just reading what you wrote. And then for anyone who would like to share, I think it would be really fun if we all sing, AKA just speak our song. And as you do so, just claiming your own magnificence with that powerful I statement, really feeling it and letting it kind of resonate through every single cell and pore in your body.
Yeah, I'm happy to share. So mine is I am Joey. I am present in the spaces that bring me joy and fuel my soul.
So good. I feel it.
I love it.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
I'll share. And as I read mine, I almost see it as kind of a spiral. I am Susie. I am empathic, playful, and trust my worth. I am playful and I value being in the flow. Being in the flow is valuable. The more I give myself permission to be and trust, the more I will be shown my worth. I am open to receive.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I am Jessica, and I am falling more in love with who I am by practicing self-care, self-love, and enjoying the process.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I am Lindsay. I am independent. I succeed in being with myself and taking care of myself.
Awesome. And I realized that I never shared who I wrote about. So the person that I chose to admire is actually the owner of the studio and the Reiki where I am right now, the space where I'm offering Reiki and yoga. And ever since I met Janice, I have just felt like total generosity. She is incredibly giving. I feel this collaborative energy, like this total trust that, you know, whatever she's putting out is going to come back tenfold, and it just feels so good and genuine. So how I get to do that my way is I am McKenzie. I am giving, trusting, and generous. I am learning to trust my path by taking time to listen to my intuition. I give and receive with open arms, knowing that it is all an exchange of energy. I am generous in my flow of energy. I give and receive freely.
Love it.
Thank you. So I wanted to share, I know I've mentioned this to Jessica, but I've been using this awesome app. This has nothing to do with Clear Inner Focus life coaching, but the app is called the Think Up app. And it's this incredible app where you can basically record your own affirmations in your voice, and then you can play them back. And so you can pick to either be guided in with a gentle meditation or just start the affirmations. And what I noticed when I first started using this was actually how uncomfortable it was to hear my own voice saying these affirmations back to myself. And so in that little discomfort, I thought, wow, okay, you know, I really feel like I need this. And so what I've been doing is listening to them as I go to bed and then as I wake up. So it's like I get to play my own song to lull me to sleep and then to bring me up in the morning. And I would love to invest in one of those eye masks that also has headphones in it, because the affirmations are even more powerful when you do it throughout your entire sleep, because your subconscious is more receptive to receiving messages in a dream state. And so you will be able to hear these messages without any resistance or you know, that little ego that might speak up and say, but are you this? And so this is just something that I wanted to share. It has been helping me. It is kind of mind-blowing how much has, I'll say, manifested since I started doing this. And it's really fun too, because I'll even sometimes listen to them when I'm out walking the dog or in my car, even if I just have a minute to pop them on. And it will actually record how many days you've consistently done it. So even if you don't do it consistently, it has a little calendar and you can see that you listened to your affirmation that day. And I think it's something like it takes 21 days to form a habit. And so the idea is that, you know, you can look at your calendar and kind of commit to yourself. And then they record it, or, you know, they record all of your statistics right in there. One other thing I will mention is that I will be hosting a group coaching opportunity. I haven't picked the exact date that it's going to start. I'm considering either mid-February or in March. It just depends on really who wants to join me and when our schedules line up. It's going to be a 12-week long course where you will have material and content to watch from Patty Jackson, who's the founder of Clear Inner Focus Life Coaching. She wrote the curriculum, and she is someone that I admire and who I see really lives these concepts and principles in her life, and has really taught me that there isn't a right or a wrong way, there's just your way. And so we're going to be playing with that during this 12-week long coaching opportunity. It's basically an hour long of video content that you will watch before we meet. And then it'll be about an hour meeting once a week where we'll just connect over Zoom. And it's a safe space where we just get to kind of play with these concepts. We get to have discussion, we get to support one another, and really just claim our own way and feel passionate and empowered and excited. So if any of you feel inspired to join me for that, please reach out to me. We can kind of solidify the dates a little bit more. And if there's a specific evening, I'm thinking evening might be best of the week. But again, I'm open to it. There is no wrong way. So we could also do like a noon class. But I really want to just wrap up by saying thank you all for joining me. I had a lot of fun hosting, and it really just helped me to claim my own power and to know that I know these things and I get to share. And what a gift to spend an hour, 45 minutes with each of you to just take a pause in our day and kind of fill up our own cups. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. This was much needed. Can you text me? I'm not finding Sync Up, so just text me the name or.
Yeah, it's called Think Up, like your brain.
Thanks. Oh, that's why I'm not finding it. Thank you.
Yeah. And then I think they do, I'm pretty sure it's some kind of subscription. I'm not positive about all the payment.
I got it. I found it. Thanks.
Good. Awesome. Great. Anyone have any final thoughts or questions?
Thanks, McKenzie.
Of course. Awesome. Well, I love you all dearly, and I hope you have a fabulous day. And just to wrap it up, last words will be, really want to just encourage you to take your song to that next step, right? Like create a fun Post-it note for your mirror or record this into your phone. Like let this be your song and kind of your anthem for maybe it's a week, and then switch it up when it feels like it's time. Thank you. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Love you all.
Bye-bye.